And welcome to Talladega, Alabama. Boy, last week we were at the famed Nashville Fairground Speedway just outside of Nashville. But tonight we go super speedway racing here in Talladega, Alabama. I am Alan Bergen, just 30 miles outside of St. Louis in the Tony Trapasso Memorial Studio. And my brother from another mother, Daniel Paulus Jr. Daniel, how's it going, buddy?
Oh, it's going pretty good. What about you?
Look, man, it's Monday, and we're going to go racing here at Talladega. And I got to tell you, last week, Austin Call, won the race here in Nashville. But you know what? We're going to go ahead and get ready, get our race information up real quick. And right now, it is 67 degrees and 73 relative humidity is 73%, and an overcast sky. But we don't want to delay anything. We are going to go right in and get our grid. As we get down the track side rather, as these guys are making their way into the cars. And Daniel, we got 75 laps here tonight for round number 10 at Talladega. I got the race here at this racetrack on Thursday night in another series that we run. As we are, looking at the grid here. So right now on the pole, we got Nathan Harper, who won the pole. Todd Merkel is on his outside in row number 2. And, these guys are slowly getting into the race cars. Todd Merkel set a fast lap of 59 or 52.93. And Daniel, these guys are going to go a whole lot faster in the race.
Well, they're going to go about 10 to 15 miles per hour faster than what they have done in their qualifying session. That is due to the draft. Once they're in that draft, they're going to be bumping and banging into each other. You want to bump right in the center of the car. You don't want to be bumping too far to the right, too far to the left, because that's going to upset the car and spin them right around in front of you, causing a big one. Seen that a lot, but with all of these drivers coming out here tonight, they're going to have their hands full. I expect C3, 4, 5 wide action. Might see a photo finish at the end, but nobody's safe here. You don't have to be in the back. You don't have to be in the middle. You don't have to be in the top. You can be anywhere, and you can get involved in a wreck. So, who knows? Maybe the last person on the last lead lap is probably going to be your winner. I don't know, but it could be anybody.
All right. Well, while we get ready here, we're going to go over the starting lineup. Nathan Harper gets the pole. Todd Merkel to his inside. Row number 2, we'll see Michael Matta picking up that inside line there. And to his outside will be Joey Beck. And the number 16 car, starting 5th, will be Michael Matta. Sorry. Trevor Dalton will be starting 7th. Starting 8th will be Blake Maydew. Lilith Peters will start P9. P10 will be Johnny Wood Jr. Starting 11th will be Jonathan Casebeer. Nassar Naravet Jr. Naravet will start in that 12th spot as we take it on down the line. Starting 13th will be Isaac Love. 14th to his outside will be Maxwell Caldwell. Ronnie Hurst will start 15th. To his outside, Adam Brady will start 16th. Stephen Johnson 17th. Joshua Terry Hill will start 18th. Jeremy Flanagan will start 19th. 20th will be Joshua Yarborough. Peter Shepard will start 21st. 22nd will be Andrew McKenzie. 23rd will be Brandon Canoyer. And Adam Lowe will start 24th. Moving to the rest of your field, 25th will be Zach Archer, and Johnny Lefevers will round out your field. Daniel, we are getting ready to go green here as they come down the super stretch here. Keep in mind that this is super speedway racing, and unlike Daytona, the start-finish line is on the other side of the tri-oval. And also keep in mind too, the blinking that you're seeing, don't adjust your TV. It's an iRacing thing. Computers do not like super speedways. But nonetheless, Nathan Harper will bring these guys down to the green flag as they get ready to hit the Geico restart zone. So without further ado, through the Geico restart zone, and we are down and racing in Talladega.
Watch these cars going to turn number 1. They are now just going to get settled in here. We're going to get up to speed. And once they're up to full speed, you're going to see them wiggle around a little bit more and more. That is the draft playing with them.
Yeah, Nathan Harper. None of these lines have really jumped out to a huge lead as they come down that big, long back straightaway. And Daniel, you said, like you said earlier, this track is about 2.5 miles long. So 75 laps equates to probably around 100 or so.
Oh, trust me, it takes a good 60 seconds to get around this track sometimes, but it's around 50 to 60 seconds to get around this track. That's how big of it is. And look at all these drivers. You're seeing that inside line. Most of them are all well organized compared to the outside, and you want to be very well organized, Alan, if you want to get that run and push to get to the lead.
Well, like I said earlier at the top of the show, I had a chance to race this track on last Thursday night, and from a driver's perspective, those cars, they're not doing that on purpose. That's how turbulent the air is.
Well, Alan, let me just tell you, on Thursday night, we saw you inside the top 10. We were like, hey, maybe Alan's going to win this, and then all of a sudden you disappeared, buddy.
Well, you did give me the announcer's jinx. But I can tell you who doesn't want the announcer's jinx tonight, and that is Joey Becken at number 54. I had a chance to watch him in practice, and he was very, very strong. And I got to tell you, Daniel, we're in for an action-packed race. Here we are, running order up for everybody. So 75 laps is distance, and like I said, it's 75 long laps. It's not a normal 75 lap race. So, I mean, equate it to about 100. I mean, that's what I would always do.
Drivers making their way around this 2.5 mile track. Everybody looks pretty clean, and you know you're gonna see that aggression ramp up once we're past halfway out. And is that how it was on Thursday night? Did you feel that anticipation around you get ramped up from other drivers? Did you see the pushes getting more aggressive and more risky moves being made that might cause you to wreck?
Well, no. So I equate it to like a tug of war at 180 miles an hour as these guys work their way around the Talladega superspeedway. Ooh, we got a car in the middle there. The number is 7. Justin Lewis. You know, I felt like I had a crew chief in the booth Thursday night as I went and watched that race back. But to keep everybody abreast, we are on lap 27 out of 75 as we are out for a caution flag once again. Daniel, lap 27. It looks like Lilith Peters has found his way up to the front there. And boy, you gotta love Spectrum Internet, man.
You're gonna see the aggressive drivers up front, and that's not what I mean by them being reckless. I mean by pushing them like no tomorrow. You're gonna find those pushers up towards the front. You're gonna find those drivers that do know how to race on super speedways, but they're towards the back trying not to get involved in an incident.
So look, Daniel, and as we were watching Nathan Harper go around here, you know, Talladega on iRacing, and I'm going to peel back the curtain just a little bit like Dave does, as it looks like Zach Archer will win the race to the beer stand tonight as he's the first car out. Anyways, iRacing and our computers sometimes don't like super speedways. It happens. and then you mix in the internet issues. That happens too. So anyways, we're on lap 27, getting ready to get double file, and boy oh boy oh boy. This has been like the first time in a couple of weeks that my internet has literally taken a dump.
Hey, it happened to me a bunch of times too.
Yeah. So anyways.
And it's like, it always happens at the worst times.
I know, right? Dude, I was excited for this, right?
Like, it's good all day. Broadcast, no longer.
Hey, but anyways, let's not sulk over my internet issues. Let's get back to the race here. As we got Lilith Peters, who is up 25 spots, and he has found his way up to the front there. And right now we've got 23 cars left in the race, and a few cars are a couple laps down here. But anyways, Daniel, like I said, thanks for being patient. It happens. I mean,
hey, it's not a biggie. It's not a biggie.
No, we can't. Hey, look, we can only control what we can control. But anyways,
not a biggie, but
it's not a biggie burger. Yes, I love it.
I was just gonna say it's not a biggie, but you know I could go for a biggie bag at Wendy's. You know.
I don't need fast food. Anyways, you're seeing first caution on your screen. It is not the first caution. It's actually caution number 2. As we get ready to come back around for the green flag. We are doubled up. Daniel, you are going to go ahead and bring us back to green.
All right. Well, we have Lilith Peters up on the front row here. Alongside her is the 4 of Nathan Harper. And let me tell you, Nathan Harper, he's ready to get that lead. No time, no problem. But you see the 1 of Lilith Peters, she's very hard to pass here, no matter what track it is, and especially at Charlotte Motor Speedway. I remember that was her last win, and I know she's ready to get another win here in the Winston Cup Series. She was really close to winning a championship, but, you know, maybe this will be her year. You see the pace car making its way down the front straightaway and on the pit road. And these drivers, they know they're not ready to go yet. They have to go all the way on the other side of the front stretch to get to this start zone. You're going to see those blue Geico restart zone. That is when they hit the throttle. There it is. Green flag's back in the air, and Nathan Harper and Lilith Peters leads them back to green.
Back to green flag racing here on lap number 29. Boy, Nathan Harper got out to an early lead. But, you know, Daniel, like I said earlier at the top of the show, these guys, look, it's gonna be like a back and forth battle all night, man. That's what we're seeing here. As we are going to go ahead and you see that there you go. See the Lilith Peters who's right in line there. And that's a great
whoa. And they're really close to each other, but they're going to keep it going here, going down the front straightaway. And I don't know who's going to lead this lap, but, I mean, Lilith Peters still playing pretty strong here.
Whoa, look at that bump. Oh. Careful there. And you can see just how close that car is. You can see just how close Peters is to Nathan Harper. And then the rest of the field is 3x3x3. That's my favorite sight right there. You can see the whole field here. Wow, look at that. I mean, these guys don't really know where they want to be at.
No, they do not.
Oh, boy.
Whoa, we might be going 3 wide here soon.
Might be going 4 wide, 3 wide. We're going 4 wide. As Joey Beck.
I don't know if that's going to work.
Whoa. Oh, no. Looks like we got a car We're gonna stay green.
I for sure thought that was gonna bring out our caution here tonight, but it looks like we are gonna stay green here as the field is making its way around the track here. Nathan Harper and the 4 leading the way. But let's go back to 3rd place to see the 16 of Michael Matta there. He's climbed into the top 3, and there's the 27 Trevor Dalton back down pit road, not having the night he wanted.
Well, I can tell you right now, Daniel, we're gonna go commercial free for the rest of the race because my Spectrum outage was the commercial. You see 2 distinct groups forming. We got that lead group, and that one's gonna go all the way back to Justin Shepard. And I would even be reminiscent to say that Joshua Terrett Hill is in that group also. Then we're gonna go back, as you see the 3 groups there. We got some guys pushing the envelope a little too early there.
Well, I wouldn't call it early just yet, Alan. I mean, we're getting closer to the halfway point.
We want to thank everybody in the YouTube chat. First of all, thank you for your patience. I do apologize that the stream had died. Send all your hate mail to Spectrum Internet. Anyways, make sure you give Sim Racing Media a like, share, hit those bell notifications, get those bells ringing. So that way you never miss a time, never miss a broadcast. Especially in the great racing series of the Sunday Cup League. And, you know, Daniel, I've only been at the helm for maybe, this is my 2nd week now. And what I've seen out of this racing league is top-notch racing at its best.
Well, Alan, now for this being my 3rd season here on SCL, let me tell you, they put on a great performance week in, week out, and we see some bashes going on, but you know, we move on from that, and you know, they put on a heck of a performance, no matter if it's the final race or the first race. But no matter what track, they just do it, and they do what they do best.
I mean, yeah, look, we went to a short track last week at Nashville Fairgrounds. Now we're here at Super Speedway. You know, let me do something right quick. I mean, and now they're just drafting and, you know, running real good here. They're not doing anything too crazy that you would want to be like, oh my god, you shouldn't make a move that quick. I'm gonna. So next week we're going to Bristol, Tennessee, right? So
correct,
we were in Nashville last week. We're at Talladega this week. So think about this: as we got calamity. And that, Daniel, will bring out a caution. I'm quite sure of it. Or maybe not. It hasn't gone caution yet. There. I still haven't seen a caution yet. But let's go back and see what happened.
Yeah, take a look at this replay here.
Oh. Let's back that up there. I mean, it looks like he just loses it as we come back to the live picture. That gives you a different perspective being inside the race car. We have not yellowed yet for that instance, so that's a self-clearing yellow. But Justin Lewis is going to take the lead.
Justin Lewis, another strong driver here, Alan. But when we look inside our top 10 right now, I'm seeing a lot of other strong drivers. I see Adam Lowe. I see Jonathan Casebeer that people were mentioning in the comments that are really good. Will Peters. But then you look outside your top 10, you see Johnny Wood Jr., you see Matt Brady, Brendan Quinter, our 3-time champion Maxwell Caldwell. I can't believe I'm saying this, but he's 15th. You know, those are cars that we expect up towards the front, but maybe they're waiting towards the end.
And that's the thing too, Daniel, as a driver. So that would be my strategy, but the way this race is essentially split into groups, as we're looking at Maxwell Caldwell, the way this race is split into groups is it's not beneficial to go back and drop back to the back unless you know that that pack is going to stay together. I would suspect that we're going to see green flag pit stops pretty soon, as Peter Shepard there in that number 50 or the number 69 car is all alone, and the draft is going to come eventually. Johnny Wood Jr. fans in the house. Johnny Wood Jr. He's in that second group, Daniel. In that number 750 car there. And it looks like he's tight on the back of that number 22 car of Ronnie Hurst. So now we got about 35 laps to go, 36 laps to go here from Talladega. And as Daniel was mentioning, is there's a lot of good cars that are in the back. I've watched this league in the past, Daniel, and there's even like Michael Matta who's laps down. A 3-car battle here with Chris Vander Plaats. Gene Coleman, a Vander Plaats fan. Right now he is running in P8. And he has Adam Lowe right in front of him. Now we're 35 laps away from the finish for this one.
Getting closer and closer to that white flag.
There it is.
I must say, once we get that white flag, Alan, if you're leading the white flag, you might not be leading to the checkered flag.
Well, I really don't want to be leading on the white flag lap anyway. But I would imagine that green flag pit stops are going to come really, really soon. So here's our stint, right? Let's see here. So right now, these guys are on our 28 laps into their tour. So I mean, these guys have been out there for a hot minute. Let's see here. So it looks like Lewis came in he last came in on lap 26. So we're running, he's run almost 25 or so laps since his last pit stop. As we got the top 6 cars all lined up right now. Joshua Hill is pretty much bringing up that last group, or bringing up this first group. We're gonna go back through the field and see what else is happening. Oh, whoa, hey! As Justin Lewis has an
easy
short moment. And Daniel, look, I'm trying to find a beer sponsor for the race of the beer stand.
Right.
And maybe like a Dude Wipe type sponsor for the check your shorts moment.
Maybe. Maybe. I mean, yeah, I guess that'd be a good sponsor.
I don't think we're gonna get Dude Wipes. We got drivers coming in. The 6th car of Jonathan Cagebeer. He's gonna come in and hit pit road. And Daniel, this is the time where you got to be super careful on pit road because one mistake is fatal.
Well, you know, from Talladega, what we see here is a lot of drivers coming in very, very hot, and once they lock up those tires, we usually see them get penalized, or I say it, spin out, and then don't get hooked up with the pack afterwards. And that's what it is all about, Alan. Once you come down pit road, you want to leave with cars coming off. You do not want to come off single.
I can tell you right now, Ronnie Hurst has taken over the lead. He's got Johnny Wood Jr. And, yo, I got to look at something. We're going to go on board here. There we go. That says 3 red woods. There we go. That's the one I wanted. It says 3 red. Have you ever seen that before, Daniel?
What?
It's the hood of Johnny Wood Jr.'s car.
I have. Why?
I don't know. I just now noticed that.
Oh, you didn't see that before?
I did not. Johnny Wood Jr. is in 2nd position right now. We are in the middle of green flag pit stops. Once again,
well, you want to know what I've seen out of Johnny Wood Jr.? Well, Alan, I know you haven't been here in a while, but Johnny Wood Jr., every time he's won the pole, he's won the race. Hasn't won the pole tonight, but he has the potential to win the race. So I think he's going to be a guy to look out for. We have the 77 Joshua Yarbrough. You know, he's a strong driver. Hasn't been getting those top 5s, but you know, he might win. You see the 14 and the Sir right there trying to get a win. Steven Johnson, he was good 2 seasons ago. He's still doing excellent. Just looking to get that first win. And you know what it's always like, Alan? You want to get that first win, then you finally can get multiple wins after. It's just that first one. It's always difficult to get.
You're correct. And don't look now, but here comes the jet of Adam Lowe. He's coming to he's working, trying to get something going on the outside line. He's running P8. He's up 6 spots from where he started at. And he's going to jump back in the line. So now you got Justin Lewis. Does anybody go with Justin Lewis? As he's going to wisely jump back in line. And now your top 10. That's cool. Now your top 10 is starting to form up and make a line. Here on lap number 48. As we got a car on the outside. That's Todd Merkel.
You're going to see that here at Talladega. That is pretty common.
I mean, so look, we're gonna have comers and goers all night, you know. So we're gonna get them spread out, and then once green flag pit stops happen, then we're gonna see them bunch back up. But the other thing too that I want to mention is jumping to the outside line. If you go out there and the inside line, stays in the line, you're pretty much just sitting duck. You're just going to fall back and wait for a spot in the line.
That's how it is at Talladega, when we see drivers all in that snake line formation, if you fall out of line, like you mentioned, Alan, you're going to have to either go to the back or wait until that opportunity opens up again. And if it does, you see drivers fill that gap so fast that sometimes they get turned because they don't realize how fast that gap is closing.
I'm glad you mentioned that. So, Daniel, what I equated to, I don't know if you've ever done this in gym class, but we used to have what's called Indian runs. So what that is, you line up in you're in a line, right? So then the guy that's running last in line, he'll jump out and he'll sprint to the front of the line. And they'll just keep doing that, right? As we watch Justin Lewis, he's on the outside. Finally got some help in the form of Adam Lowe. And Joshua Terra-Hill, he's going to come too. Does anybody else take the bait, though, and try to go to the outside line?
I would say 50-50 maybe.
I mean, I could take those odds to Las Vegas. These guys are going to come up on lap cars. And right now, the first car that would be a lap down would be Maxwell Caldwell in that number 94 car. He's finally got some drafting help. And right now, he's scored all the way back in 10th position. He's not a lap down, but he's about a half, I would say about a lap and a half back from the leader of Ronnie Hurst, who I'm sure is yet to come down pit road anyhow. And based off what I'm seeing here, I wanted someone like a Johnny Wood Jr. right behind me and helping me draft. And as these two almost got a two-car breakaway. Here comes Justin Lewis trying to get formed up. He's going to make a move to the outside, and he's going to take Adam Lowe right with him. And here comes Joshua Terra-Hill. 3 cars, and Justin Lewis is going to be your new leader, and he's bringing a whole freight train with him. And just like that, your top 3 that run the top of the line is going to bail to the bottom. Wow, what a move. As the field goes around that Jersey Mike Subway car, Jersey Mike Subs car, and that, I believe, that is Brandon Canoyer in that 55 car, who's about 2 laps down. And this is the action that's on the field. Neeser Nervet is running in the 4th position, number 14 car. And he's right about where he started from, in the 4th position. As these guys have finally settled down back in the line. And we're 26 laps to go here from Talladega, Alabama. Appropriately deemed Earnhardt number 3. So Daniel, now we're closing in on the last, we're 25 laps away from the finish. What are you looking for as we knock out these last 25 laps?
What I'm looking for is the anticipation to ramp up from some of these drivers. If you're sitting back there outside the top 10, maybe you're thinking of potentially coming up with a plan to get up to the front, but also, you know, if you're leading, if I was to sit with Justin Lewis, I wouldn't be leading right now. Nope, I would probably want to sit around top 5, 4th, 3rd, maybe even 2nd. Just sit there, wait until that white flag drops, and when you get down the back straightaway, heading into turn 3, I still wouldn't make a move. I would make a move probably before the tri-oval, in my honest opinion, because that's where you're gonna get the run. And you know, if you're gonna do the run before turn 3, I don't even know what's gonna happen, because you know you probably blew your shot there if somebody else gets a run around you. So it's very hard to predict when they're gonna make that run.
Yeah, you're definitely right. So as a driver, you really don't want to make that pass until the white flag. And as we see the top 4 break away once again, as these guys have been organized. So you got Justin Lewis, Adam Lowe, Joshua Terhill, and Nisar Narvet. These guys have been so organized that they have managed to break away from Ronnie Hurst, Johnny Wood Jr., Joshua Yarbrough, and Adam Brady. That's your top 8. And then, if you go any further back, you got Max Caldwell. And these guys are making up 0 ground on the rest of your field. So, Brandon's got 19 laps to go. But 19 laps to go is really like 29 laps to go. If you think about it.
No, I agree with you. But I mean, if you're choosing a driver to win, who would you pick to win tonight?
I don't want to give no one
Talladega, it could be anybody.
I don't want to give no one the announcer's jerk, but I'm kind of partial to Josh Tarrant Hill in that Valvoline car. As Ronnie Hurst is trying to bring Johnny Wood Jr. and Joshua Yarbrough with him on the outside. Does anybody else take the bait as they come down the back straightaway? Whoa, we almost 3 wide here. Coming down the back straightaway into 3. And once again, Daniel, you know, that's not them moving the wheel back and forth. That's how the cars are acting in the turbulent air. So, you know, I equate it to driving behind a tractor trailer and your car just bouncing all the way around. As Adam Steele is cheering on Johnny Wood Jr. And he is up to 3rd right now. He's up 10 spots from where he started at with 17 to go. And if you like what you're seeing here on Sim Racing Media, be sure to tune in tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern as we have Racers Elite with John Leach and Rick Webb. And then you'll have Dave Regal on Tuesday Night NASCAR as they run the actual NASCAR Truck Series, Daniel. They run that actual schedule as we got pit stops underway here, 17 to go, and Adam Lowe's going to take over the lead. And then, you know, we have WSRL with the Western States Racing League that's at 10:20. That is your nightcap on a Tuesday night, and you got myself and Mike DeMonte there on the call of that one tomorrow night. And Daniel, I mean, outside of tonight, they don't see you again until Thursday when you have Racers Elite with Dave Regal. And that one's going to be a blast because we're at Watkins Glen for that one.
Watkins Glen is such a great track to be at. Can't wait to pack my bags after tonight from Talladega, go up to upstate New York. And you know, my favorite spot at the Glen Allen is always up in the S's and by the bus stop. That is where the action is. That's where you see the passes being made. But, you know, you don't get to see the burnout. But, you know, I think the passing's way better. But it's really fun to watch those cars go down that long straightaway. Then after the S's are going to go into that bus stop, and you see some of those drivers miss the bus stop, or they lock up their tires and spin into other drivers. So it's going to be very interesting to watch.
Well, Adam Steele is rooting on Johnny Wood Jr. And Daniel, that's going to be one heck of a hotel bill if you head up there tonight. But anyways, I digress. come on.
Well, I think he'll be fine.
Hey, something I do love though, Daniel, is the YouTube chat showing us the love, being so patient with us. As we had to work some technical difficulties. Anyways, JD Wood is cheering on the 750 Johnny Wood Jr. And we got 15 to go.
He's sitting there in second place. He's there. He's in the right spot. Can he hold it in the right spot though? That's the question.
You know what? I would be remiss to find out as we are 15 to go. 1-5. And you know, the other thing too, Daniel, is Johnny Wood Jr. He's got to be patient. You can't make that move too early. But these guys are on a 2-car breakaways. We're going to go back through the field, see what else might be happening as these guys start working their way off pit road. And you see right here from 5th on back as these guys are starting to form up, and there is versus second just ahead of these guys. Lois Peters is having a good run. She's in 8th position, up 18 spots. Ronnie Hurst still hanging in there in the top 10 as he is trying oh so desperately to catch up to Harper and Peters both. Brandon Cronoyer and Nisar Narvet. They're 2 by 2.
Oh man, hey, look who it is in 3rd place. Look who it is.
Well, where did he come from? Holy cow.
Well, I mean, if these pit stops cycling through, he's back up here in the top 3. Does he stay out? Is he going to try to stretch it? Hopefully a caution comes out for him, but I don't know, man. It's cutting it close.
Well, he's going to peel off and hit pit road. But right there, you got Johnny Wood Jr., Justin Lewis, and then you got this whole gaggle of cars right here. And I do call it a gaggle. 12 laps to go. So that's the other thing too, Daniel. Thursday night I kind of strayed from the strategy. You know, so our esteemed broadcast partner Matt Mettler, he zigged and I zagged. And that got me behind there at the last, before that last restart. As this seems to be the action going on here. As this is essentially a battle here for the, I'm going to say the 3rd position of Adam Lowe. Joshua Terry Hill, he is running there in that 5th position. As a lot of the drivers are zig and most drivers are zag. Whoa,
Justin Lewis
Lowe
leading the way here on lap 65 out of 75. We have reached 10 laps to go here at Talladega, Alabama, here in the SCL Winston Cup Series. With Johnny Wood Jr., Joshua Yarborough, Adam Lowe, and Josh Terrett Hill rounding out your top 5 here. They have a legitimate shot. I say anybody all the way back to 8th will have a shot to gain some ground here in the closing laps. But if you're sitting behind the top 10, you got to make your move now.
I wouldn't go now.
I would at least, what I mean by going now is I at least start trying to move up a little bit more. So you're in a good position to make that move.
I don't know. I don't think so. As the rest of the field has caught Johnny Wood Jr. and Justin Lewis. And this is what we're talking about, Daniel. As the outside line has really formed up. And here they come. So now the 2-car breakaway becomes the gaggle. So we got 9 laps to go. Wow, we're through wide. We are car to the wall, Johnny Wood Jr., and that's going to be our third
caution is out. Caution is out. This is going to change everything now.
We're going to see what happened here. Oh, no, he tried to clear himself. And so we're going to run this back. So here he is, side by side. And there you see it right there, Daniel. He just clears himself. And it's all calamity.
Just that one little mistake will cause that to happen.
Well, we got 8 laps to go, and we are under caution for the 3rd time. Once again, that is not caution number 3. So the thing you got to remember, Daniel, is when you exit out of the lobby and come back in, it resets all your caution. We're actually under caution number 3 with 8 laps to go from Talladega, Alabama. And so Adam Lowe is going to take over the lead essentially. They're in that number 58 car. Justin Lewis is going to be on the outside. If you're a Johnny Wood Jr. fan, this is not your night.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I want to be Adam Lowe leading with this amount of laps just left. I mean, you're under 10 to go. You're going to be leading through the green flag. I mean, there's going to be a lot of pressure on you.
I don't know that I would want to be Adam Lowe either. I would want to be either Justin Lewis or Josh Terrett-Hill.
And why is that?
Well, because you're going to be sitting in a good spot. You're going to be in the end. You're going to be in that second row essentially. Actually, I don't even think I want to be Justin Lewis. I want to be, Josh Terrett-Hill. I want to be a guy named Josh. Is who I want to be. If you're a guy named Josh, you're sitting pretty right now. Now the question is, do you want to be Joshua Terrett-Hill or do you want to be Joshua Yarborough?
I would probably say Joshua Yarborough. Just because I feel like Josh Terrett-Hill, if you're sitting in 3rd place, Alan, and they flip the line on you, you're not going to get to the front. I feel like if you're sitting 4th, you have more of an opportunity to get that run.
You're not wrong. As we're got 7 laps to go here, and here's what we're gonna do. Let's do something real quick here. Hey Adam Lowe, it's Alan and Daniel up in the SRM booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Hey man, look. So you got 7 to go, and you find yourself leading this thing. What's going to be the strategy to hold the Joshua's off?
Oh, I don't know, to be honest. I think I got my teammate Josh Terrett-Hill right behind me. We did really good there through the pit cycle and getting back up to the lead and passing them actually. So we're definitely gonna be working together for all we can and try to bring home the win for BSE. That's going to be number 1, and then together hopefully we can hold off these others. We really didn't want that caution. We were in a really good spot there, really happy the way it played out for us, but we're in a different ball game now. So
yeah, it's a whole different race. It looked like some guys were going to be stronger than others, but that's the way restrictor plate racing goes sometimes. But anyways, as we get ready to come back to the green flag here, getting 1 to go. Are you going to try to make that car as wide as possible?
I mean, I'm going to try, but it gets dangerous doing that. The closing rate on these is really, really quick, so it's not really worth the risk, in my opinion, start blocking most of the time at these plate tracks.
But look, man, we're gonna go ahead and get you back down to your team, and hopefully we'll be talking to you on the other side.
All right. Yep. Thank you. Hopefully I'll talk to you soon.
Yep. There we go. We get him back to his team. So there you heard it first. You heard it from the horse's mouth. As we get ready to get doubled up here, and we got 6 laps to go. Daniel, it's going to be a 6-lap shootout to the end. And man, I tell you what, I am so ready. As we're going to go ahead, I want to see this.
Alan, guess what? They're doubling up going into turn number 3,
yeah.
so it's going to get wild from now. This is what everybody's been waiting for. This is the excitement. This is what everybody waits for here on these super speedways. They don't care about the start. They care about the finish. Do we see a photo finish? Do we see, I don't know, a car go upside down and then they catch a chance to do a Brendan Gaughan? I don't know, but I'm excited. I'm pumped. Hey, guys, it's showtime.
I mean, this is what these guys work for. Does
I
Joshua
can't wait.
Hill give Adam Lowe the push that he needs? Does Joshua Yarborough wheel that 77 car to victory? We're going to find out as the iRacing.com pace car peels off.
Here we go.
And Daniel,
Here we go.
anything can happen. It's all possible.
It's all possible. You're seeing these cars get into the tribal. I know DW says this in the beginning of the race, but, you know, I think it's a great time to say it, Alan.
Go for it.
Here comes Amlo. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing here with 5 laps to go.
I don't think I could have done that any better, but
There goes Justin Lewis to the outside. He is going to be side by side with Amlo going into turn 1 and 2. As they head down the back straightaway, everybody filing clean. Alan, they're coming to you.
oh, there's 3 wide coming down the back straightaway. 4 wide. Ooh, we got a car into the wall. Ooh. And we got Calamity, and that's going to be
out. Oh, this is going to be overtime. Oh, yeah, this is getting even better. I mean, I don't know what to say, but man, that 21 of Adam Brady has not caught a break here tonight. He has been into that inside wall all night long. I mean, it's just heartbreaking.
we're going to back this up here once here. And here's what Maxwell Cardwell saw. Oh, Ronnie Hurst gets loose. 22 car, it looks like. And we'll take a look at it here. Man, oh man, oh man. And timing and scoring, Daniel, just lit up like a Christmas tree whenever that yellow came out.
You could say that again.
Here we go. Right here. So here you see 22 comes up. Hits the 6 car. And then, oh man, it's all over from there. But Daniel, you were right. We are going to go NASCAR overtime from Talladega, and I am not surprised.
I'm not surprised either, but you know what's even more exciting, Alan? I have the whole week looking forward to Talladega. Marked on my calendar this weekend.
Well, you know, Sunday morning, if you like sipping coffee and watching SRM, boy, do we got a treat for you. I mean, look, I'm in the Central Time Zone, but anyways, we got a treat for you. The Racers Elite will be on the full Talladega race right before the actual one starts. And Daniel, they did that for the Daytona 500, and the Daytona 500 in real life was rained out.
Yeah.
We are NASCAR overtime here. And this is lap 72. Daniel, explain how overtime works for the viewers if they don't know.
Yeah, so overtime's pretty simple here, Alan. So these drivers are going to re-rack them, go back to green. We get the green flag. They're going to go around one time. They have to get to the white flag in this race to be official. If the drivers wreck before getting to the white flag, we will redo it again, re-rack them, and we will keep trying it as many times as possible here until we declare a winner. Now, if the driver goes around, takes the green flag, comes right back around, gets that white flag, if that white flag is displayed and they cross that start-finish line, the race is on. No more overtime. If they get the white flag and they wreck, whoever's out front leading the race will win. So, you want to be crucial. Do you want to be second place when leading the white flag, knowing that you might finish second? Or do you know that, hey, it's the white flag and you want to make that move right away, try to get that lead, so if a wreck does happen, you're out front and can get that win.
So look, Daniel, thanks for explaining overtime to us. So if you're in the top 10, I would even go as far as to say as far back as Ronnie Hurst, right? He was just in that melee.
Yeah.
Weirder things have happened, right? So if you're on the lead lap and let's go back to even Jonathan K-Spear in that number 6 car. You believe you got a shot?
Definitely do.
Right? Think about it. Okay? I would be a great case study, right? So, I started 15 Thursday night on a restart overtime, right? And I picked up 5 positions on the back straightaway when they wrecked. Let that sink in for a moment. So we get doubled up here. So if I wouldn't be either Adam Lowe or I would end up being Nasir Naravets. I want to be 3rd or 4th. I don't want to be first coming to the white flag. I want to be 3rd or 4th. I wouldn't even go as far as to say I want to be the 5th or 6th, in that 3rd row, being a guy named Joshua or a guy named Michael. As we are under the 4th caution, we are getting ready to come back to the Geico restart zone. As these guys make that long trek down the back straightaway for what could be the final time here tonight. Once again, we'd like to thank everybody for joining us here on SRM. Make sure you hit the like, bell notification, and subscribe. Hit the bell notifications so that way you can be notified every time that 1, SCL goes on the air, and 2, anytime that Sim Racing Media goes on the air. We have great programming, almost 7 nights a week. We are definitely up to 6. But here, as we get ready, we got Justin Lewis on pole here, Joshua Yarbrough to his outside, Adam Lowe, Nasar Narvet, Joshua Terhill, and Michael Matta. That is your top 6. Jeremy Flanagan, Johnny Wood Jr., Steven Johnson, Brendan Canoyer. That is your top 10. This is a whole different race now. As we are getting ready to come to the tri-oval, the iRacing.com pace car is going to dump off the pit road. Justin Lewis now has control of the field. And Daniel, 3-lap shootout to determine the winner. Through the tri-oval. I can't top your DW impression. I really can't. But either way, Justin Lewis is down in the Geico restart zone. We are down and away. And the outside line did not take off. Adam Lowe right behind Justin Lewis. He does not do not make that move just yet. We go white flag, then you want to make your move. If the race goes official. Through turn 3. Top 6 are in the air right now. Joshua Terry-Hill on the outside. He's looking to make a move. Can he get that outside line to help him out?
Watch it.
We got caution flag before Maxwell Cardwell gets into the wall. That is caution number 5. And I don't know, Daniel, is this official?
Let's take a look here. Take a look.
Did they get another shot? We're looking at the replay. Ooh, Michael Caldwell gets into that 55 car. Brandon Away.
Well, here's the thing. If they do not do another overtime attempt, Josh Tarrant Hill will be declared your winner. I think they only do it once. Let me check.
As we're trying to get back. There we go. There we go. We got our live feedback. Holy cow. I don't know, Daniel. I might have to send our broadcast partner on a mission. Oh, he's ahead of me. Okay, cool.
Well, Alan. You want the good news?
We're gonna try it again.
I just spoke with the officials. It is declared official. The 10 of Josh Tarrant Hill will be going to victory lane here tonight.
Wow, that is crazy. Well, congratulations to Joshua Tarrant Hill. Justin Lewis finishes second, and Adam Williams your top 3. What a crazy race. What a crazy race. All right. Well, Daniel, with that being said, let's start getting our top 3 up here to the waiting room. Daniel, I'm going to send you on another mission, my guy.
Alright.
I need the race winner.
Let me just go pull up that race winner for you.
And then go find me the Justin Lewis. Never mind, I got Justin Lewis.
Where is he? Where is he?
It wouldn't be it wouldn't be the one that says SCL officials, would it?
No. Chris Vander? Chris Vander? Oh, it's not him. I don't see our winner.
Well, anyways, while Daniel gets his bearings about himself, we're going to go ahead and bring in our 3rd place finisher, Daniel, and you're going to get Adam Williams.
Hey, it's Alan and Daniel in the booth. You got me?
Yeah. Whoa.
Well, it's Talladega 2.5 mile track. We saw some good racing going on, some beat and bang going on as well. Tell me, man, how was your car tonight?
I kind of struggled today, honestly, through practice. I couldn't figure out how to get the craft to work the way I wanted it to. Just couldn't push at all today. It felt like until I hooked up. I think it was with Justin after those 2 almost caution deals during that long run, and finally started able to move forward while pushing and make some moves at that point. And everything kind of was working out really good. And unfortunately, a couple cautions came out. We're going to be in a really good spot. I'm really happy to get third. My teammate Josh Tarrant Hill, we work together really good. For some reason today, seems like usually we kind of fall apart. We're trying to work together at these plate tracks. So a lot of really good stuff happened today for our team. Yeah, really can't complain about today all in all, even with a third place finish.
Well, now that Talladega is pushed aside, what's your expectations for the rest of the season moving forward? Now, and knowing that Talladega is now pushed to the side, we're gonna go to another track coming up.
Well, I'm real excited to go back to Bristol. Last season, I mounted a late charge and I had a shot to win it. Made a little mistake going through some traffic racing Maxwell, and it cost me a shot at the win at that point, or even a podium. So I'm looking for some redemption next week. I've had some luck with the short track so far this season, so I'm looking to keep that going. And then, then we go to the new Atlanta, and that's kind of like coming back. Might as well come back here, and it's just got to survive and be there at the end type deal.
Well, congratulations on top 3 here tonight from Talladega. You have anybody you like to thank?
So, yeah, like I said, I'd like to thank my teammates, Josh Tarrant Hill, Adam Brady, I worked with a lot today, and Isaac Love. And then I'd like to thank my wife for letting me get on here, and I'd like to thank God for helping guide me through all this wreckage that we had today.
All right, man. We'll see you next week from the Last Great Coliseum. Have a good one.
All right, yep. We'll see you next week. Thank you.
Alrighty. Hey, Justin, it's Alan and Daniel up here in the SRM booth. How you doing tonight?
Second's the first loser.
Hey, look, man. You looked like you had a thing in the bag there for a little while. It looked like you were the car of the beat. Then you and Joshua Tarrant Hill and even John Wood Jr. had a couple car breakaway. Kind of take us through that run there.
Honestly, that long green flag run should have had a minimum. There was probably 3 wrecks that didn't have cautions, so that really spread everybody out. So I think there was a group of like 8 of us that pretty much just got single file and let her eat. And then as soon as I kind of noticed who was around me, I just kind of tried to pull my inner Dale Earnhardt out, go out there and kind of get a side draft on one car, or get a run on a car, then side draft him, fly by him, fill the hole, try to pull Adam with me. And then that worked from like 6th and 7th basically to the lead of that group. So that's what we tried to do. And then at that point I had a short pit because I didn't want to be by myself to pit, and got the lead, tagged up with Johnny, which is the worst car for me to be with right now is Johnny, because we're battling him for the point lead. But I was like, I got to work with him. I mean, what else do we have? So then we got that caution right at the wrong time when the pack caught us, because I separated Johnny back, and I ended up getting to pretty much fall in line kind of where I wanted, like 2nd or 3rd, because I knew I'd have some friends, or not really friends, you know what I mean, but like I'd have help to get me back to the lead. But pretty much cautions fell at the wrong time, and then got the lead again on that one restart. And at that point, I knew, being the final green white checkered in the lead, it was going to be a problem. I was hoping I'd be green white checkered in 4th like I was the first time, but it just didn't come out that way. But no, Josh, when he went to 3, I knew he basically had it in the bag, because I didn't have any momentum, and then to make matters worse, chopped 3 and 4 so bad that I about wrecked myself, and then that kind of checked the bottom line up, and then luckily they all wrecked anyway, so I retained 2nd. But it would have been better to win. I think we led the most laps at least with that long green flag run, so that's always good.
So look, man, last week we're at Nashville, this week we're at Dega, next week we're at Bristol, Tennessee. So what's your mindset going into Bristol? I mean, it's another short track, so.
Bristol is that's my playground. All the short track stuff's my playground. So as long as I can hopefully get up front, get some short runs in, and Well, relearn the tire wear as it seems to always change for me there. We'll be pretty fast. I think we qualified on the pole and won it late last season too. So, which really this last stretch of the season is what kind of fires me up. Like I should have won Nashville, but I made a mistake on a restart. Basically, shifter malfunction. I went to go from second to third gear, and it stayed in second for 3 clicks, which was horrible. So wrecked me out at Nashville, so that one hurt. We should have won that. Probably should have won this one, and now I'm just going to come back and definitely try to win Bristol next Monday.
Well, look, man, before we get you out of here, is there anybody that you would like to thank to help get you tonight?
SCL for the admin work they do. They do pretty good. I wish they would have maybe threw an admin caution there just to kind of group everybody back up, because I feel like there should have been one, but there wasn't. But that's, iRacing's call, not really theirs. Josh, congrats on finally getting a win. That was impressive. He's the guy that without him we really wouldn't be doing this crap. So, and then Adam, it was weird not working with my normal teammates tonight. Like I had to kind of work with whoever I was around. So found friends where I found them. So appreciate those guys for not just hanging me out. There's probably a few times they could have, and they luckily didn't. Careless for probably having a laundry list to look through after this. He's always a big help. He makes things a lot easier to deal with throughout the week, not just on Mondays, but Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And then you guys for getting the broadcast back up. I mean, this is one of the best races usually when it comes to having a broadcast. I mean, if someone's going to watch iRacing broadcast, usually Talladega is one of the many, or Daytona is one of the many they go to. So that'll be nice to go back and look at. Hopefully, I wish it was one spot better, but it'd still be nice to go see me lead all those laps and stuff. So yeah, thanks again for giving me a forever reminder of being the bridesmaid.
Yeah. Well, Justin, we'll see you next week at Bristol, and hopefully it'll be one spot better.
Well, that's the go, boys. We'll see you Monday.
Yep. And Daniel, without further ado, you get the race winner, buddy.
Well. Josh Terrett Hill, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Well, were you expecting to win here tonight from Talladega?
Of course I was.
Well, tell me, man, how was your car handling, and how were the drivers around you tonight?
Everybody really did a good job, I think. It's harder the further back in the back you get because everybody's bouncing around and the air's buffeting a lot more. But I was in the back of the pack and I was in the front of the pack, and I think everybody really did a good job. If that late race caution didn't come out, I think it would have been really good between me and the other Joshua Yarbrough, Adam and Justin. I think we were the only 4 that were in the lead pack there, that were on lead lap, that had a chance of winning it. So it was going to be a battle between us 4 anyway, and looked like it was kind of a battle between us at the end there. Either way, just like to thank Adam Lowe, who worked with me all night. I know my other teammates, Isaac and the other Adam Brady, would have tried to help me out, but we kind of got disconnected there a little bit under those brakes and cautions and yellows and whatnot. But really a good night here for the team and for me, and I'm happy about it.
Well, I just want to say congratulations on a top tier finish here tonight from Talladega. Now, what's your expectations going into Bristol, knowing that, it's short tracks, tempers do flare? How's your car mindset for Bristol?
So I felt good coming into Talladega because I always do really good on the plate tracks, but I just hate this car and I'm not good at it. And I think it's one of the worst cars on the game, unfortunately, but everybody wants to run it because it's a cup car. But I got no shot at Bristol. I'm probably going to be 4 laps down.
All right. Well, congratulations on top podium here tonight from Talladega. And do you have anybody you'd like to thank?
Thank you guys at SRN. You always do a really good job of covering it. We've had a long relationship with you guys, so thank you guys, and thank the race control. Corollas does a really good job there up in the booth reviewing everything. I mean, he's in the drivers meeting right now talking over a couple things with other drivers, so he does a great job. Big help to us, and then everybody on the team, obviously, Adam and Isaac, and the other Adam, and the new one, Tristan. We all work together pretty good, so just like to thank all those guys and keep rolling. This is my first cup win in a long time. I got a street stock win earlier in the season. I thought that's probably all I was going to get this season, so very happy about getting a win here in the top tier. I'm like 30th in points, so this is good.
Well,
All right. Well, congratulations, and we'll see you next week from Bristol.
one thing, Josh, before you take off, I gotta say this. One, you guys behind the scenes don't get enough credit here, week in and week out, as these things are no easy feat to put on, and I mean, the owners and the admin team are the ones that catch all the crap. I mean, I tell everybody all the time, it's like, look, if you're an iRacing admin, you're like the next best thing to being a customer service agent. You don't sign up for it, but I've only been here for about 2 weeks at the helm, and I got to say, this is probably one of the best leagues that I get to watch throughout the week.
Yeah, it's a good league. We've been around for a long time. Like I said, 2010, we kind of formed this in my apartment when I was messing around on PlayStation, and here we are now. So, what's that? 14 years later, we're still going strong. So, thanks to all the drivers that have been in the league throughout its history, and the ones that are still with us now. It's makes it fun to come and do this every week. Yeah,
I tell you what, in watching you burn that card, burn it down there on the post race with the that infamous Valvoline paint scheme. Growing up, I was a huge Mark Martin fan, and I know it's a 10 car, but being a huge Mark Martin fan, seeing that Valvoline car in Victory Lane at Talladega really took me back to about 1996.
What would you rate the burnout?
I give you a solid 9.
What do I got to improve for next time?
Hey, man.
All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me, and thanks for doing your job up there in the booth.
Yeah, you have a good night, buddy.
See you.
Well, Daniel, I don't know about you, but boy, that was a lot of fun. As
Josh, I like Talladega all the time. I think it's the best. Yeah.
Well, here we go. So we're gonna bring up the race results. Joshua Terry Hill takes the win tonight in a green-white checkered in dramatic fashion. Justin Lewis is gonna pick up P2. Adam Lowe is gonna pick up the 3rd position. Nassar Navarrete picks up P4. Michael Matta picks up P5. Joshua Yarbrough comes home 6th. 7th will be Nathan Harper. Jeremy Flanagan will be P8. P9 will be Lilith Peters. P10 will be Steven Johnson, running out your top 10. P11 will be the 750th John Wood Jr. Adam Brady will be P12. Ronnie Hurst will be P13. Jonathan Casebeer will come home 14th. Chris Vanderplatz will come home P15. 16th will be Maxwell Cardwell. Brendan Canoyer will bring it home P17. Finishing one lap down will be Isaac Love in that number 62 car. Coming home P19 will be Andrew McKenzie. Todd Merkel will bring it home P20th. P21st will be P21 will be Peter Shepard. Joey Beck will bring it home P22nd. 23rd will be Trevor Dalton. Johnny Lefevre will be 24th. 25th will be Zach Archer. And winning the race to the beer stand will be, I take that back. Johnny Lefevre will run the race to the beer stand as he finishes P26. So, Daniel, next week we go to Bristol.
Yeah, I'm ready for the tempers to fly.
As I call it, bent sheet metal and hurt feelings. But tonight, and every night, as you walk through the streets of life, please do not pull in traffic. Good night.